There's been a lot of videos lately of these famous landscape photographers that have been showing off their awesome vans or campers, kind of like just bragging about the van builds. And I'll be honest with you, secretly, I think it's really awesome. I think this stuff's really, really cool. And so this weekend, I went to pick up my landscape photography vehicle. Not really, it's a camper that I use for my family. And I thought, you know what, why don't we do a little humble brag? And humble brag's not the right word. It's not a brag at all. Why don't I show you guys what I plan to use this summer as I go on vacation with my family, and I plan to shoot some landscape photography. I haven't been uploading in like 2 weeks. I've been busy, got a new job, I got some updates on some gear, but I want to show you guys my my camper, because I plan to use this to like camp with the family and get some landscape photography in. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my camper. Pretty impressive, eh? Pretty impressive. This bad boy right here is a Grand Design 2800 BH, 2021 model. I got it last year during the pandemic, and a funny story about this is I actually walked in, was kind of just looking, and I realized how fast people were buying campers last year because of the pandemic. We were looking for one, and this was the last one they had from their initial order in the year. The lead time after this one would have been like 6 to 7 months, and the prices were going up 15% because there was so much demand for campers, especially in the area. Had a really good experience. I went to a place called General RV that's out here in Michigan, and it's actually in other places as well. And the salesperson just didn't want to screw with it. She's like, listen, a guy just came in last week, bought the one before this, and negotiated us down to this price, the best price I've seen. Just tell me this is what you want. I'll ask my sales manager, and we'll get it done. And that's what I did, and she actually came through for me on that. I've now since gone and joined forums for these things and realized I paid a really good price for this. So I probably could sell it today and make a couple $1,000 on it if I wanted to. But let me give you guys a quick tour of this camper. So just to kind of set the stage, this is a 28-foot box. The trailer is 32 feet in general. It weighs roughly 7,000 pounds. And it's got 2 doors. You got one right here, and you got one down there. The stairs aren't out right now, but I will I'll put them down right now to show you guys kind of what that looks like. All right, so let's start with the inside. I think that's probably the most interesting. This guy right here. So this first door takes you in, and you come in immediately. You have coat. Let's see. You have coat racks. You have a place to put your shoes down there. Don't mind my fancy shoes. I put those on just to come out here. And you've got your control panel right here. This is your ceiling lights, exterior lights, your water pump, gas, electric, your slides, all that kind of stuff. If you turn left immediately, you have the bunks. So my oldest daughter will stay up here usually. My son stays down here. Again, the beds aren't made. We just pulled this out of storage. And they each have windows that slide open. Some of the other campers don't have windows that slide open. And they each have lights up here at nighttime. So plenty of storage here. Now, one cool thing about this bottom bunk right here, if you guys see this, is it goes up like that, and you can store a whole bunch of stuff down there. We usually put a bunch of our luggage in there. We'll put bikes back there sometimes. Plenty of room. Again, each one of these beds has plugs. Just plenty of space to have the kids hang out and have their own little personal space. If we turn this way in the camper, we have the entertainment area. So we have a flat screen TV. It's a Roku TV. It's smart. If you hook up to Wi-Fi or hook up to your cell phone, you can stream stuff on here. In here, you've got a little storage compartment. And you got the radio. This radio controls the speakers in here in the ceiling and also outside as well. Bluetooth, USB, whatever, the usual stuff. A CD player. People still use those. And then underneath here, you have a whole bunch of storage. Storage is good in your camping. You can fill this thing up with a ton of crap. It's really, really good. Bunch of storage down here. Down here again, more drawer storage. Again, this is all empty for the most part. Down here is the fuse panel. So if something goes wrong, you get the fuse panel down here. And down here again is more storage. This is really huge because you need a ton of storage. This TV does come out and tilt, so if the kids want to watch it in bed, you can pull it out, tilt it toward the bed. That works out really, really well. Behind here, if you guys can see this right here, we have the couch. This couch, it comes with an option to buy this thing with two like reclining, like what do you call those things? My gosh, recliners? Sure. Leather recliners with cup holders, which is really nice if it was just me and my wife. But we opted to not get that because with the kids, you want to be able to turn that into a bed. And so that does fold down into a bed, a lay flat bed. It's actually pretty comfortable. And so we opted for that. If you turn this way right here, we have the dinette. Let me show you guys that. Right here. So this dinette's pretty cool because one thing it does is this table right here. You guys can see this. This table right here. I realize I'm backlit by this window. Sorry about that. Okay. This table goes down and the cushions go across and yeah, there we go. This table goes down and it turns into another bed. So you got the couch is a bed, you got the two bunks. This goes into a bed. And what's also really cool is back here, you guys can not see that back cushion for the U-shaped dinette actually is an ottoman. And you can pull that out and put that right there in front of the couch. And it turns into an ottoman, which is really, really cool. So kitchen table right here turns into a bed. And then we've got the couch right there, turns into a bed. You got the big windows. All of them have the ability to open and close. And then right here is the kitchen area. We got a stove. These things aren't great, but it is what it is. Got a microwave. We got our coffee maker. It's in storage right now, like for transport. Goes up there. Got a little mock farmhouse sink, which is really cool. And then we have this little spot right here. It pulls up for more of a cutting board area. And so this does a really good job. I mean, a ton of storage up here for kitchen utensils, appliances, all that different stuff, which is awesome. And then, before I go into the bedroom, is this thing focusing still? Here we go. Let's talk about the bathroom real fast. Let me decrease the exposure. There we go. Okay. So the other thing that's really important when you're camping, in my opinion, glamping, so we call it, is the bathroom. And so I wanted something I feel like I could comfortably shower in. That's the big thing for me. I mean, they have shower houses typically, but if you look, this is a pretty big shower. And if I stand up in it, I got plenty of headspace in here. And this shower head, can do all of that thing. Get the undercarriage. The toilet is an actual porcelain toilet. There is a window in here that opens up to let it breathe, which is important. Got a fan up there as well, so that's important. And then down below you got a spot for your toilet paper and other things like that down here. And then you got a sink, a little vanity, opens up, medicine cabinet, that kind of thing. So this is actually really important. I mean, when you come in and you want to kind of comfortably live in your camper for some time, this is huge. And while I'm on the topic of showering and bathrooms, I don't remember the exact capacities, so I guess I'll put them up in the corner. But this camper has almost the same capacity, or maybe bigger capacities, than a lot of RVs. It's got a huge freshwater tank. I think it's like 50 or 60 gallons, I think. I'll look. 2 40-gallon gray tanks. So the shower and the sink here in the bathroom go to one gray. All the kitchen sink stuff goes to the other gray. So that's huge. You don't have to pull out and empty your tanks all the time. And it's got a large black tank as well. And so we've stayed several days using this thing as a family without having to go fill up for more water or break down camp to empty the tanks. So that's really, really important. Okay. Now the one thing you have to notice, we're not decorated yet. We're going to put pictures up here and all sorts of different stuff. Last but not least, on this side, for the inside, is the master bedroom. This is a queen. It's a completely uncomfortable mattress. We got a mattress topper we're putting on top of it to make it more usable. But what's cool about this, it's in kind of tow mode right now, but it has a sliding door. So if you wanted to have a little bit of privacy, you've got that, which is great. If you want to change or whatever, it's got of course a window in here. It's got its own fan and vent right there. And then the wardrobes are pretty decent, actually. You can put a whole bunch of stuff in here. Both sides. Got plugs down there. And each side of the bed, right here, you've got cubby holes with plugs and USB ports. You put your phone in there, alarm clock, you know, if you have a CPAP, if you're one of those people, which is really cool. And then the other thing they thought about, which is nice, is that this is a blue light for reading, so it doesn't, you know, isn't disruptive to your partner. And then a regular light as well, which is really, really nice. Bunch of storage up top, again, for more stuff, which is really cool. And then a door to the outside. So if you put the kids to bed, like we do, but you're still having a bonfire or whatever, you can come into your bedroom and not wake them up, which is really, really awesome. That was basically the quickest tour ever of the inside of the camper. One other thing is that's pre-plumbed for a TV and cable right there. There's a backer in here. You can mount another TV, a small one, which we might do at some point. Some of these campgrounds have cable hookups or whatever, which is really, really nice. And the other thing cool about this camper is all the ductwork, or all the heating, cooling is ducted. And the reason why it's big is because a lot of campers will do it where they cut holes in the floors down below, and you end up sweeping a bunch of dirt and dust into those. It weakens the strength of the floor, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the inside of the camper. All right, now that we're outside, let's look at the outside of the camper. One thing we loved a lot, if you guys have ever camped before one of these and you're cooking bacon or trying to cook eggs in the morning or whatever, you usually end up waking up the family. They sleep in a little bit, and it ends up making your camper smell all day. So this camper came with this guy right here, an outdoor kitchen. We had an outdoor fridge, which that rack wasn't in. You got an outdoor fridge, and you have an outdoor cooktop right here, where you can set up and do some of your pots and pans and that kind of thing. And then of course you can put, you know, a bunch of different things up here. If you're doing drinks, if you're doing salt, pepper, other things, put up there. What they also did, which is really cool, is they put a spray port right here with a quick connect. You guys can see that. And so if you had to hose out your pots and pans, or maybe your kids come in from playing outside and they're all dirty, you can hose off right there, which is really, really cool. All right, let's go around the back. If you guys can see this right here, that. This camper is prepped for a rear view backup camera system. I don't have it yet. I got to get that, but that's really, really cool. Just small stuff they thought about. For example, right here, this is a light, right? An outdoor light. And because if you're trying to empty your black tank, which is where all the stuff comes out of, and it's nighttime, you need to be able to see. They put that light right there for you, which is awesome. Also, sometimes black tanks will get clogged up with toilet paper and those kinds of things, and they don't read on the levels correctly inside of the control panel. They put a little spray port right here as well. And so you can hook a hose up to it, and it spins a turbine and flushes all the crap out. As I mentioned, it's on a big slide, so that's pretty awesome. And then up here is a really important panel as well. So this right here, this has got a quick connect for your battery. It's got a quick connect in for cable, a satellite, whatever, to the bedroom or to the main TV. It's got plugs right here that are GCI protected. You can control your fresh tank fill, which is on board, or city water, which is direct from the city into your camper. And then you've got knobs right here with another quick connect for you know, spraying off, hosing off things or whatever it is. So that's super convenient and awesome. Also, all these latches are slam latches. Watch. Just shut, so you don't have to do anything about it. Let's see. 2 propane tanks on board. Plenty of propane to cook, to heat, all that stuff. We got a power jack here, so up and down, all battery powered. And then on this side, again, part of another pass-through. A bunch of stuff gets stored right here. Huge storage, which is awesome. Makes it really, really good. And then as you guys saw on this side, there's steps going into the bedroom, which is really good. It does have a power awning. You guys see that up there? So this is power. It comes out. Underneath there are LED lights to kind of light it up, give a little mood. And they did some cool stuff out here, right? So they know people might use this for tailgating, like if you're watching football games or whatever. So they put a plug out here along with a cable jack. So if you hook the cable, you can put a TV up out here, get power right there, and you can set up your tailgating station. This is your freshwater fill. This is the back of your refrigerator if you have to work on it. And then up here, right there are 2 outdoor speakers you can control from the inside to play your music, which is awesome. So that's the quick and dirty version, quick and dirty tour of our camper that we're going to use for camping this week or this summer, and I'm going to do some landscape photography with. Just is awesome. We're going to go at least 1 trip a month, if not more, with the family. And last but not least is my truck. I had purchased a Ram 1500 last year. Kind of found out that it wasn't really big enough for what I wanted to do. Sold it and bought a Ram 2500, and I just pulled this thing home, and huge difference in terms of its ability to tow and how stable the trailer feels. And so yeah, that's my camper. That's the tour. That's what I'm going to be using to take the family on vacations and do some landscape photography. Again, I just feel inspired. Like, you've got Gavin Hardcastle and Thomas Heaton and all those guys, other guys, living out of their vans or whatever. I think theirs is more eco-friendly and more maneuverable, and probably more sensible, but I got a family of 5. We got to go a little bigger. So that's it. That's my camper. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know if you guys are avid campers and what you guys think of it. Love to hear your story below. And sorry about not being on here for the last 2 weeks. It's been busy, but I'm going to come back. I've got another video for you in just a couple days. All right, see ya.